And we're live. At least that's what it says. Hello, everybody. Watching this in the future. There's nobody in the room right now. Nobody even knew that I was going to be going live today. That's why the title of the video is Spontaneous Live Stream. Let's go over here and I'm going to load this one. I'll probably need to turn my sound down. Hang on a second. Bear with me. Yep, I'm going to load this one. All right, turn my sound all the way down. And do I have chat turned on? Yeah, there's somebody in here. Oh, there's a couple. Man, you guys are awesome. Barry's in here. Hey, Barry. And Blind Jar is in here. Awesome. Ah, Carrie's in here. Wow, look at that. I didn't even plan on doing a live stream and everybody's in here. That's awesome. Okay, so sorry. Let me get my window straight so I can actually see what I'm doing. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so like I said, a kind of a spontaneous live stream because I was reading comments and I was moved to make this, to get on here, do a live stream and talk to you guys. 3 videos in 1 week from Sam. That's insane. That hasn't happened in forever. But yes, I was reading comments on my iPad earlier and catching up on those, and it had been a while. Thank you to everybody who comments on my videos. I really appreciate it. But I was reading comments about my video from last night that I posted about my Amazon issues. And so we will get to that here in a second. I want to talk about that. That's the main reason why I'm doing the live stream tonight. But real quickly, huge shout out to IPvo. I'm using their document scanner right now to do my live stream. And it even has a microphone built in, so I don't have to have a headset on and all of that. It's awesome. It may not be the best audio, but you know, hey, for a live stream, can't beat it. So that's pretty cool. Really great quality on here, but I know by the time it goes through Google Hangouts and onto YouTube, it's not the best quality. I need to look into doing live streams through another streaming software like OBS or something like that, because you can get a lot better quality that way. Google Hangouts, it's quick, it's easy, super easy and convenient, but not the best quality. So let me jump over here real quick. Let this page load. I'm also on my laptop, so hopefully that's not causing any issues with like lag or anything. I'm on my laptop in an upstairs in my studio over Wi-Fi. So hopefully, hi Sam, hi Sam, hi Sam, hi everybody. Hello everybody. Uh-oh. Live Accessible says someone did the same with her Amazon shop. Uh-oh, you'll have to tell us about that, Carrie. Yeah, so like I said, I'm upstairs in my studio. Here, studio tour. There it is over there. It's really dark. You might not be able to see it, but that's the studio. Let's see how that looks. Oh, nice close-up shot of my face there before I turn the camera. Awesome. extreme close up. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. I'll get to the point here. The whole point of the video. I wanted to clear up two things about the video that I posted last night about Amazon and my designs getting snatched up by someone else. Number one, great comments. Thank you very much. Everybody is so sweet. I really appreciate that. All the comments, everybody was, had my back and was very understanding and felt my anger. I appreciate that. But one thing I kept noticing in the comments is a lot of people saying, oh, that sucks, Sam. I'm going to go out and get one of your shirts right away. And I appreciate that, but I also don't want people to think like, oh, he just put out the video to boost the sales of his shirts. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I appreciate people getting my shirts, but I also don't want you guys to think, oh, Sam wants you to go out and buy a shirt, to make him feel better, I guess. I don't know. I don't want it to come off as that. If you want to get a shirt, awesome, and you like the shirts, I really appreciate it. A lot of you said you already had a couple of my shirts, and that's great. I appreciate that so much. But I just didn't want it to come off like, oh, he's just trying to get more sales. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying there. Something else. The other thing I wanted to mention about it is there are other people selling low vision shirts on Amazon. And as I said in my video, that's totally fine. And I also don't want people to say, well, I'm only going to buy yours. I'm not going to buy any of theirs, because that's not fair to them. If somebody is selling low vision shirts and they didn't steal them from me, then by all means, yeah, you should get them. I've seen a couple that I really like, and I think, oh, I wish I had come up with that idea. That's a great idea. And, it's maybe a shirt that I would want to buy. So I definitely want to support other people on there that are selling low vision shirts. It was mainly just those two designs that were stolen from me that I was saying, if possible, don't support them, because they didn't get it the right way. But all the other ones, it's fine. I recommend you go out and get those shirts. I hope that makes sense also. In no means was I saying don't buy anybody else's low vision shirts, only buy mine. Definitely not. I support the community by getting everybody's shirts and all of that, not just mine, except those two. Don't buy those. And then, one person said that they just recently purchased a shirt, and then they went back and looked and realized that it was one of the ones that was taken from me, one of my designs, and they felt horrible about it and apologized several times. And it's okay. It's fine. I appreciate that. I understand you didn't do it out of malice or anything like that. I'm going to get Sam by, buying his pirated shirt, but it's fine. I appreciate the apologies. I don't want you to feel bad because you didn't know, there was no way to know. I didn't know until I saw those myself. So don't worry about that. So that was the two main points I wanted to make about that. And someone else also said something about, let me go back to my window here. There we go. That I should copyright all my designs. And yeah, that's a good idea in theory, but like I am currently in the process of getting my logo and my name trademarked. The Blind Life, getting that trademarked, and the logo, the skull logo trademarked, so that nobody can ever take that from me. But it is a process. If anybody's ever gotten something trademarked, it is a long process. It's about a 6-month process. I started this forever ago, and I still have about another month before it will be done. And that's if everything goes right and you don't have any roadblocks along the way. It's still a long process, and it's also an expensive process. So it's just not feasible for me to trademark or every single one of my designs. Now, there is different types of trademarking and copyright and intellectual properties. So there may be some way to do that. I know there's something like if you're using a design for a certain amount of time, then it automatically you do get some rights, even though it's not technically trademarked. You do have some ownership rights, limited as they may be, but so maybe there's something there, because my designs have been up for well over a year now, and these other ones have just popped up. So there may be something there. I don't know. I'm going to look into it this weekend when I have some extra time. I'm going to really look into what my options are, if any. As I said in my video, back when this all started several months ago, when I first noticed the first design, I looked into it, and it didn't really seem like I had a leg to stand on at that point, because it needs to be the same exact design. Someone needs to have stolen the exact design and trying to sell it exactly as yours is. And since they changed some of the elements, very basically, it looked like I didn't have any options there. But I'm going to look more into it. I know a lot of people, are pretty gung ho about, they're starting to form a lynch mob here, and I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate the enthusiasm everybody has about this. I think because it kind of strikes that primal nerve that everybody has of, don't take my stuff. This is my stuff. You've got your stuff. I worked hard to get my stuff. Don't take my stuff. And I think that probably goes back to like caveman days, and it's ingrained in our evolution that we're very guarded and prideful of our stuff. Don't mess with my stuff. So Carl Miller says, hi Sam. Dark Queen's in here. Great meeting Dark Queen and her boyfriend at the convention 2 weeks ago, I guess it's been. That was great. Christina Lee is in here. I'm going to try and read some of these. Quit moving. The chat keeps moving, and I'm zoomed in, so it jumps out of my line of sight here. Hold on. I definitely want to read this one. Found out my son has Usher syndrome. He's losing sight and has severely hard of hearing. He's having a hard time to cope. Any suggestions? Who is this? Christine Lee. Just found out her son has Usher syndrome, losing sight, hard of hearing, and having difficulties coping with it, which I can imagine. That's got to be difficult to deal with that. I'm truly sorry to hear that. If your son is young, in my experience, the people I've talked to, it's always easier for kids to adapt to these changes much more than adults. And even parents of kids, they seem to have a harder time dealing with the disability than the kids actually do. That was definitely true in my case. I would definitely say, and I think a lot of people would echo this, is to reach out to different groups, organizations, get involved. There's tons of Facebook groups that would offer support. I'm sure there's an Usher syndrome Facebook group that would help. There's Facebook groups for parents of children recently diagnosed, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of really, really good support there. It's tough though for kids, you know, try and find something that they can latch onto, something that they, you know, I don't like to say take their mind off of it, because your mind will never be off of it, but to help occupy the time and make it a little bit easier. There's lots of groups for visually impaired kids. You know, there's camps. It might be a little soon to be thinking about that, but there's camps that are wonderful. I had a great time going to a camp when I was a kid. That might be something in the future to help with that. If anybody in the chat right now has suggestions for that, Carrie from Live Accessible, she has a son with vision impairment, so she may be able to give some suggestions on that. I am truly sorry to hear that, though. My computer is super laggy. Hopefully the live stream is okay, not being laggy, or you guys let me know if it is. It's my pleasure, Christine. Christina, sorry. I can't see too well. Okay, so that is basically really about it. I wasn't going to go into, I didn't want to have like a really drawn out live stream tonight. I just wanted to touch base on those couple of notes about the Amazon video from last night. Once again, thank you guys for just the overwhelming love. As always, I get the best comments, and I read all the comments. I don't always respond to the comments because sometimes, you know, someone's just saying thank you for the video or something like that. So if somebody asks me a question for some advice or something, I always try to respond to those questions or those comments, but I don't respond to all of them. It doesn't mean I didn't read them. I go through and I read all the comments. So thank you guys very much for that. Now, also real quick, the IPVO, this little guy right there. If you missed it, I'm using the IPVO document scanning device, whatever you want to call it, camera. I'm using that for my webcam tonight, and it's doing a great job. Very articulate. Like I said, I can angle this wherever I want it, make you guys sick. Whoa. This guy's pretty cool, and as I was saying earlier too, it's got a built-in microphone, so I don't have to worry about headphones or anything like that, and that's pretty awesome. But I am going to be doing the video featuring the visualizer software. That will probably come out next Monday. Pretty excited about that. I know from the comments, a lot of you guys are interested in that also. I also, from the comments, it sounded like a lot of you guys pulled the trigger and went ahead and bought this guy. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And the guys over at IPVO are really, really cool and very friendly. So if you have any issues, you have any questions, definitely contact them. They even left a comment on the video too. So they were actively looking through the comments as well. So if you have any issues at all, I'm sure they can help. Yeah, but I'm going to do the video for that, and that will be pretty cool. Okay, guys, that's really all I had for tonight. A very short live stream. Let me check something real quick. 41 people in here. That's awesome. For just a spontaneous. Imagine if I advertised. if I promoted the live streams, we could have a lot of people. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. As always, Sam with The Blind Life. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can always reach me, TheBlindLifeSam at gmail.com. I always respond to emails. I check those just about every day. I'm not the best on social media other than YouTube, of course. Facebook, Twitter, I'm not the best on those. So if you want to get a hold of me, email's the best way. Well, that's about it. Thank you very much, guys. I am going to go ahead and sign off. It's getting late. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the next one. All right. Toodaloo.